often on the Ghostrunners podcast, we don't know how to start. And we say, do you have anything to start with? And this time I just said, what if Timon and I just sang a song?
I said, that sounds great.
And so
I said, that sounds awesome.
we just scrolled. We're like, what's a song to sing? And we chose a song. So
Like 5 minutes looking for a song.
here we go, baby. Hope you guys enjoy the song.
Let's have a good Wednesday.
Let's have a great Wednesday.
Go get it, boys.
Bum ba dum ba dum ba da. Bum ba dum ba dum ba da da.
I was going full acapella.
Bum ba dum ba dum ba dum ba. Bum ba dum ba dum ba dum ba.
Love
Here we go.
is a burning thing,
Ba dum ba dum ba dum ba.
and it makes a fiery ring.
Oh, yeah.
Bound by wild desire, I fell into a ring of fire.
Uh-oh.
I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher.
And it burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire, the ring of fire. Hey, bum ba dum ba dum ba dum ba. Bum ba dum ba dum ba da da. We say bum ba dum ba dum ba da da. Bum ba dum ba dum ba da da. And I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire, the ring of fire.
Good job.
Roll it from there.
There we go.
Ooh, I think this tight beat means that it's going down with some random thoughts and white meat too. Midwest best friends eating fast food on repeat. So come along, let's have some fun and go ahead, get on your feet, cause it's the Ghostrunners podcast. Every Monday morning we're taking back Ghostrunners podcast.
Superfoods podcast.
Well, that was great.
That was something.
I wonder if someone,
interesting.
let us know if this was the first time you ever listened to Ghostrunners. For some reason, that was your first episode
Who's
ever.
Timon, first of
You
all?
started with that. I would love to know what
Who's
your
this
thoughts
voice
were.
from off camera?
Well, the
Yeah.
fun idea is like, hey, if this is the first time you listen, you're like, man, Jake is pretty good at singing.
Yeah, I should have just
Or
lip
yeah,
synced.
Jake and Timon. Yeah, you don't know whose voice is whose. Yeah,
They would know. Anyway,
here we are. Wednesday. Happy Wednesday.
Wednesday. It's gonna be fun. We're doing some seggies, and we're doing we got our wins of the week. Wow, you down that so quick, dude. You're gonna be feeling interesting.
I fell into a burning ring of fire.
There's these energy drinks that I love so much. I have reached out to them. I've tried to get them to sponsor us, and they won't. So I'm not going to say their name, but you can go back on YouTube and see what we drink pretty often. We've
I went down, 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 and the flames went higher, and it burns, 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 the ring of fire.
Brad just crushed the can against his head. It was awesome.
Cut
there
my
was-
hand a little bit, but it's fine.
Okay, worth it.
Yeah.
There was a whole Facebook group post about this company. So our fans already love them.
Yeah.
But they're so good. But something about the no sugar version of an energy drink, it makes me feel extra zany.
Yeah.
And Brad just had an entire one in 3 minutes.
Woo! I was just thirsty, honestly, and those things taste
They
good.
taste so good. 1 gram of sugar alcohol, whatever that is, does the difference. It's amazing.
Ooh, baby. Anyway, it's Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Have a win.
Yeah. Should we do our wins right off the bat?
Let's do our wins right off the bat.
Okay. Mine.
Bum, 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 bum,
I thought it was Ring of Fire again.
Bum, 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 bum,
Should I be making this rhyme or something? I was like, all right, I can build something here.
Yeah. Do the thing.
Yeah. The win of the week, the rhyming win of the week. After the San Diego show, there's 3,000 people there.
4,000, right? 5,000
5,000 people were there.
5,000 people.
I know.
That we know of.
I never performed for 10,000 people before.
It's crazy
It was-
how much like desensitized you've gotten to 15,000 people being in a room with you,
And I
including
totally,
Michael with his shirt off.
Yeah. It's just me and Ed Sheeran, same venues.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Stadiums.
It's wild. Like the roar of 20,000 people laughing so much harder at your jokes than Trey's is just unbelievable.
Anyway,
30,000 people came out to your show.
so there was a long line of people after the show to meet me. I always go out to the lobby, and one specific person said, "Hey, my name is Chris. I'm actually from Kansas City." I was like, "That's so fun." He's an older guy in his 50s. He said,
So old.
I'm from Raytown. And he said,
Missouri.
I was like, "Oh, so is my mom." He said, "Yes, we dated in high school."
Whoa.
And I was like, "What's your name?" And he's like, "Chris Ray." I was like, "I've heard your name before. I know about
Wow.
you." I was like, because I think my parents like would still hang out with them.
Okay.
And so I told my dad, I took a selfie and sent it to them. We're like, "That's Chris Ray." And my dad was like, "I always really liked Chris Ray. He was a fun guy."
Cool.
Yeah.
So did he tell you like how he found you? Like, does he live in San Diego now?
Yes, they live there now. Honestly, we had so much to talk about. I feel like I didn't ask like how they got to the show.
Sure.
I don't know if the kids knew us or because they had 3 kids who were all there as well.
Yeah.
I don't know how it all went down. I just knew I was
Wow.
like, this is so fun.
That's wild to watch. Like, can you imagine someday like Bo's performing a stand-up comedy and you're like, man, that's just like his dad. Like, not
Oh,
true,
yeah, I see
but,
what you're saying,
'cause, like
yeah.
you have mannerisms of your mom for sure.
Yeah.
Like, and so he's probably like, wow, that's crazy. Like, that's definitely Trisha, whatever her maiden name was.
Trisha Miller.
That's Trisha Miller's son right there for sure. That's crazy.
Yeah.
You know?
That would be wild to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah. I even had a thought because Paul Shire was in the audience. I was like, and I do material about my dad. I was
Yeah.
like, that's got to be fun for his perspective to see like my best friend from high school is the topic of a stand-up comedian set.
All these people are
That's
laughing.
crazy.
At. That 35,000 people are laughing at.
And I know him better than anyone.
Right. I mean, more people here than the Super Bowl that are laughing at this guy. That's a really
Anyway,
fun
that's my
win.
win of the week. Meeting him was really cool.
My win of the week is that yesterday was Father's Day, I bought a new guitar for myself.
Ooh.
And by new, I mean it's 17 years old and I bought it from Facebook Marketplace, but it's new
aged.
to me. Yeah. Honestly, like there's some like value in like buying an older like guitar that's like acclimated.
Yeah, it's
some-
like a saddle or like a weather balloon.
those things. There's those trifectas: the weather balloon, the saddle, and the guitar.
They say don't buy them new, not
or
worth it.
fine wine.
Fine
All
wine,
those-
scuba
that's the Mount
tank.
Rushmore. Nope, no scuba tanks.
Oh no,
buy
you
new.
want those new?
You want
yeah,
those
yeah.
new.
So I
You do not want somebody else's mouth on your scuba tank. Just I had the first guitar I ever owned was when I was a freshman in high school, younger than Timon, couldn't even talk yet.
Yeah.
And my parents bought it for me. They were very generous. And then I did get a new guitar that was quote unquote my guitar when I worked at the church, but it was owned by the church. And I don't know if I talked about this on the podcast, but the church got robbed. You remember that?
Yeah, I remember
And
that.
so, like my guitar went with it. And then shortly after that, I left my job there. And so never had a guitar. I still have my old one, but like my one from high school that served me very well. Like it has like an electronics, like, battery in there. And it's like the battery slot is like corroded. And so literally I couldn't even like plug it in if I wanted to. So I
Gotcha.
was like, I think it's time for a new guitar.
Fun.
It's been if I look back on my investment for my first guitar, I was like, yeah, that was a great
Yeah, hang
investment.
on to this.
And just like, yeah, it was worth spending the money that I spent on it. So I want to get a nice one again. So if anybody cares, it's a Larrivee. It's a Canadian, maybe the first thing I've ever owned intentionally from Canada in my entire life. I don't know. There's probably some product out there that came from Canada. That
Justin
I don't know
Bieber's
about.
music.
Never owned it.
Okay.
Or have I?
I don't know.
Deep. No. Anyway, so really excited about it. Played it all last night. Finally, Catherine goes, I was wanting to watch a little bit of Netflix. Do you mind maybe going in the other room? Because this is the only room with the TV.
You're like a 12-year-old with a drum set. Like, oh, why did we get this for?
I was
It's
like,
so loud.
Sure, yeah. Just playing worship songs. No problem. I'll go in the other room.
What are you guys watching these days?
She just got back into Grey's Anatomy.
Okay. I was just talking to Harrison yesterday. He's like, Abby has rewatched One Tree Hill like 6 times through.
Really?
Like, wow.
Interesting. I think Grey's Anatomy has like 17 seasons or something
Wow.
crazy.
It's like
I don't
ER.
think Catherine's ever gotten that far into it. Like I think she's always gone to like season 7 or something. And
That's so
come
much
back.
anatomy.
So much of anatomy.
How do they keep cranking it out?
And she was saying, this is a spoiler alert, but there's been 17 seasons, so whatever. Apparently Meredith, whatever, this is spoilers.
No way.
Meredith Grey marries McDreamy. You heard
Kidding.
McDreamy?
I never thought she had a chance with him.
She did. And then apparently McDreamy dies.
Widowed mirror.
And so, yeah, that's what Catherine's like. McDreamy dies in like season 7. So like, what was the point of watching after that? I don't know why people are watching for 10 more seasons. So I don't know.
Well, it sounds like Catherine was only watching it to look at some guy named McDreamy.
I absolutely. So she's like, I want to go back to the beginning of McDreamy's.
And you're like, yeah, that's why I'm playing worship songs to keep your head in the right
Yeah, that's
spot
right.
while you watch
Look
this.
at me. Yeah, I'm the captain now. She's watching that.
That seems like such an on the nose. his name in the show is McDreamy.
No, I think maybe that was his name in the show. Like that was like his nickname. His name's Derek something.
Oh.
But like, I don't know if they called him that in the show or if that was just like his, because then there was another guy named McSteamy. You didn't know about these things?
Really?
Yeah.
I'm going to be disappointed if those are their actual character names. That's
No,
so stupid.
surely not.
Yeah, surely not.
Surely, unless they were like, behind closed doors, the girls are talking about McDreamy or something. I don't know. But anyway, she's watching Grey's Anatomy. I watched the Hillsong documentary after you talked about it.
Oh, yeah. What'd you think?
I had mixed emotions about the whole thing. It's interesting. I don't know. I don't know if I have like enough formulated to have great thoughts on it.
I didn't have any either. Just kind of went for it.
Yeah. I think I always have a really hard time. Like, obviously, the Hillsong documentary is all about the Hillsong church and how it's got a lot of corruption, a lot of negative things to it. And I always have a hard time like watching and being entertained by these documentaries that are negative to the church, like the capital C church. You know what I mean? And so it's like same with the Mars Hill podcast, where it was like, this is really interesting and this is probably necessary to know about to an extent.
But it doesn't look good.
But man, yeah, like I think that some of the people that like I would guess that the people making that documentary, it felt like they weren't Christians, if that makes sense. Like, and so maybe their motives for making this documentary were different than my motives for watching it. And so I was like, I don't know if I should watch this. And then but then I watched the whole thing. But it definitely seems like Brian Houston's a bad guy. Like a really bad guy, like just a scumbag kind of, and so that's just sad. And it was interesting. Like they talked about Kansas City a little bit. And,
I know.
And there was the Hillsong Church in Kansas City that was around for like a year.
I went one time.
Did you?
Yeah.
Was it when it was actually Hillsong?
Yeah, it was called Hillsong. Hungry Luke opened the door for me. Fun
Okay.
fact.
Wow.
So I was like, why have I seen this guy before?
Full circle.
And
It's a
then-
circle.
Yeah, I really didn't like how it was, so I never went again.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it used to be called The Cause. Remember that was like,
And then everyone there was an exodus.
oh, was there?
Yeah. I think we have some friends who used to go, and then they all left.
Oh, yeah, there was some.
And then it changed names again because they're trying to
Some like very
it's like the
Kingdom
Kingdom.
City or
Yeah.
Kingdom. Yeah. Anyway, there's also like the whole idea of like, I think that there was a little ulterior motives of like, hey, we need to tax the church because look at these churches that are corrupt. And I feel like I have mixed emotions on that because I think for the most part, churches are not making $100 million a year. And so therefore I don't know. I have all these like half-baked thoughts in my head that I don't know how I feel about all of them. But I think I was definitely saddened to see, a church like that and the inner workings of it. But I think at the same time, it's like, I'm always so interested in the everyday person that's going to a church like that. You know what I mean? Like, because there's scandal behind the scenes, but those people don't know those things. Those people are still probably benefiting from some of the teaching as long as it's theologically accurate or something. So I don't know. I always feel for those people. And they interviewed some of those people of like, yeah, we served a bunch and, it was, we felt like it was home, but then it was like all these things were corrupt within the scenes, behind the scenes kind of thing. So I don't know.
Do you agree with me that Carl Lentz is a pretty likable guy still?
He's very like, yeah, I think that's like his whole thing was like, he's like the most likable guy ever. And that's why he was probably so like scaled up so quickly in his life. So yeah, I don't know that whole thing. It's hard to like be like, yeah, I really like this guy that, committed adultery. But at the same time, he's like, yeah, just infectiously, I don't know. He seems repentant for what he did, and he's pushing to make, his life different. So, but then is he working with, what's his name? Mike Todd now?
Yeah, he just moved to Tulsa.
Which that is kind of interesting to me. That seems like a red flag, but
I think he's a creative director.
okay. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know enough about those things to truly comment on them, but that seems a little odd to me. But anyway, all to say, win of the week, guitars.
Cool.
Yeah.
Timon, you got to win?
Yeah, I had we had a cast party for the Cross and Switchblade,
A cast like you,
which is really fun. Like all the cast gets to get together, hang out, like a party instead of like be quiet backstage. And
sure. Yeah.
it was super fun.
Post, like a week after or 2 weeks after or something.
Yeah, something like that. It was
Nice.
Yep, and it was so funny. There's this one memory. It was I like walk outside. I'd like gotten some ice cream inside. I walk out and like they've started playing like some like fun party kind of music, and it's just all these like homeschooled. Like I mean, not everyone's homeschooled, but it's just so funny.
Yeah, that's
seeing all these people like if you can picture just like people that don't really like dancing at a party.
Yeah.
it was just hilarious to me.
Timon, there's a
good way of putting
clip
it.
from have you seen Hot Rod before?
No.
Okay. PG-13.
Okay.
But there's a clip from it that's like completely non sequitur where they go from, one scene, it's near the beginning of the movie. I'll find it for you and put it in here. But they just start dancing in this parking lot. And that's what I imagine these kids doing. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like one of them's
He's
like
kind of punching.
Yeah. punching the air.
Come on, to the parts.
What kind of music is there like there?
I'm trying to think. It was like popular stuff, but like,
Yeah.
I don't know, clean.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I always love like, I don't know, there's something special about parties like that where it's like we all have a very common specific bond where only us can like speak and like joke about these specific instances.
Cast
like that's
parties
how I
are
felt
just-
about camp. Like,
Yeah.
we would do like, did you guys do the leadership parties at the end of every term? Not parties,
Into
but
the
like,
summer. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we would do one after every term where we just go to our director's house and it would just be like the 12 of us or whatever. And yeah, it's just something special about like when you just have only these people who are in the fold, like knowing like the same jokes as you.
Yeah.
You can joke differently, you know?
yeah.
So that's great.
Slaps different.
Love it, dude. That's fun. It's crossing the switchblade. You guys think it'll, how does stuff like that work? Like, is it like, oh, we're going to do that again in 5 years or?
That tends to be, Greenleaf's like thing is like every 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
Like repeat the cycle.
Do you think like you'll be able to come back as a veteran or is it like, no, I'm
I don't
done?
know. That'd be so fun. Though.
Yeah.
Not sure.
Someday you're gonna like go back and just like visit and like mentor somebody for like one night, and somebody like is gonna whisper to their friend like, "Dude, that's Timon. He's a legend.
See him dance.
Yeah, you should see this guy dance, man." That's fun, Timon. Good
Good wins.
wins.
Brad, something I just thought of. Paul Shire told me that he's been texting you, but you don't really text him back that much.
Let's review the history real fast.
And then I said, well, have you like introduced yourself? Like, does he know it's you texting him? And he's like, maybe not.
No, I know it's him.
Oh, you do know it's him?
Of course, I know it's him. He's texted me twice. I responded to him the first time, not the second time. So fair enough to say he's been texting me and I don't respond. But I've noticed like your dad he gets really bothered if you don't respond to him. And Paul's the same way,
I think it's probably just a generational thing.
which is very fair. I should respond to everybody all the time. I'm sorry, Paul. It's actually I think I told you about this text. He texted me and said, since I don't know any of your last names, by default, you have all become triplets.
Oh, nice.
And so it's Brad triplet, Garrett triplet, Gunner triplet, Harrison triplet, Scott triplet. So that's pretty funny. I should have responded. I think I told you. I responded to my friend Jake about it,
Oh, that's fun.
but not Paul. So
Just wanted to get that out there, give you a chance to defend yourself.
I'm going to say, oh my gosh, that's amazing right now. LO, and then I'm going to give the crying emoji. That's it.
Nice. Guess what? Main Street Roasters is back with
good.
us. They're back, and they
Never
won-
left.
Yeah. Sorry, they left for me because I wasn't here for a
Jake's
couple
back,
episodes.
and so is Main Street.
Yeah. So it felt like they left me, but they never did. But yeah, they're back. People are still supporting them. People are still going there to the actual coffee shop, it seems like. Napanee, Indiana.
Taking a little pilgrimage to the Nap.
Yeah. And they're great. If you guys need coffee, I know a lot of you guys out there drink coffee every single day. Consider getting it from Main Street Roasters. They've been partnering with us for months and months now, and that means so much to us. So hopefully you find in your heart to go support them as well.
Come on. They are truly wonderful. They're family oriented, Christian values, and yeah, they're ghosties.
Yeah.
3 things we like a lot.
Yeah.
So support them. They have a website. It's called mainstreetroasters.com. I bet you are not going to remember that. So I'm going to say it one more time. mainstreetroasters.com.
Now I'm getting it.
Yeah. And they do have a promo code. I believe it's not GRKC.
Oh.
Remind me, Jake. I think it's Ghostrunners.
Is it? Okay, I'll double check. I know that they provide coffee through their website, obviously, to their loyal customers, but it's both retail and wholesale. So kind of fun. If you're a store company interested in setting up a wholesale account, they would love to be your coffee provider.
Yes.
They can also do private label, your company's logo. It can look like you made the coffee. No one has to know.
I think that needs to be the next step of fandom is like, I consume so much Main Street Roasters that I'm just going to private label this bad boy myself and just order a bunch of it. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, just do your own personal
like Brandon's Coffee Corner gets,
name. Yeah,
like
do it yourself.
I love the idea of like Main Street Roasters becoming a pyramid scheme of like Brandon's Coffee Corner has become an inside joke within the podcast. And now you can either buy it from Main Street Roasters or you can pay a little bit more and buy it from Brandon's Coffee Corner. And it's Main Street Roasters coffee, but Brandon's making a little cut on it. You know what I mean?
Everyone's still getting supported.
And then Brandon starts private labeling to.
He's like, hey, I can make a private label if you want
Yeah.
to say a different part of the pool. You can
Right.
say, doesn't have to be the corner.
But here's another thing, like events. People are getting married left and right. How about having Main Street provide coffee for your wedding next time? Or
Left and right.
yeah, next time when you renew your vows.
Ooh,
Yeah.
coffee provided there. I looked. The promo code is GRKC.
That's what I said. GRKC.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm just kidding. I definitely said that's what I said that.
10% off.
That's just great.
So if you're into that,
Seriously though, they have. It's not just straight up coffee. If you like straight up coffee, great. If you like flavored coffee, awesome, because they have so many great ones.
a lot of flavs.
Yes, I'm honestly curious about. I would love to do a taste test. Maybe we should do a blind taste test of Main Street Roasters coffee sometimes, because I that would be fun because they have so many creme brulee. I'm talking vanilla cinnamon. It's all good. So check them out, MainStreetRoasters.com.
Check them out.
Check them out. Check them in.
Let's do some s'mores. I'm excited.
Okay.
Brad, tell them about this one.
Okay. Yeah. So this one is going to be types of water, and we're going to keep it that vague. We're not going to go into anything else about it. Just types of water.
Types of water.
We've all experienced water in our lives, hopefully on a daily basis. Because if not, at least put water in your coffee beans to make Main Street Roasters coffee.
Yeah.
So types of water. We have not seen the results yet of last week's s'mores because we're recording this before Wednesday episode came out. Kind of confusing to you probably out there, but I'm going to assume just because he did so amazing, Timon won.
I think Timon might have won.
If Timon didn't win this week, there's no justice for Timon. He's never winning. like he killed it last week with the excuses, which by the way, I thought
Small
of
disappointment.
Small disappointment.
Small
Sorry.
disappointments.
Well, I thought of a small disappointment later on. We went out to dinner as a family before Peter's open house thing the other night at Meddy's. And I spilled a chickpea on my shirt and it dribbled all the way down. So I had like 8 spots on my shirt. Like, I mean, it wasn't like, oh, you kind of spilled on your shirt. It was like a greasy chickpea from the hummus just went all the way down. And so just spilling on your shirt is just,
Yeah. When it's not going to be this huge stain, but it's like going to ruin the rest of the day, kind of.
And the entire time, like I saw multiple people at this ice cream social that were like, I recognize your voice, your jean shorts, or your Ghostrunners. And I'm like, and you think I'm the biggest bumbling idiot in this whole place because I have this massive, even Tate was like, I noticed your Rowback. He said that. He's like,
Really?
I noticed your Rowback. Goes 20, by the way. And yeah, I was like, yeah, man, Rowback, it's awesome. We're sponsored on the podcast. And he's like, no way. And I bet he's thinking to himself, you can't even keep it clean.
Yeah, you just get sick of it by the end of the night. Wait, are you Brad from Gene Trade? It was a chickpea, and it was one time.
Listen, yeah, they're greasy, okay? I was leaning over because my kids were all, yeah, whatever.
Brad, you make all the videos. Leave me alone.
Listen,
about the stain.
I understand. We didn't have a Tide-to-Go pin in the purse, okay?
Gosh.
The frustrating thing is like when you go to a restaurant or really anytime you feed your kids, you kind of expect like, yeah, there might be a little something that happens. No big deal. But that's life. But when it's your own self-inflicted wound, that's when it really hurts.
Yeah.
And I've been trying to get better. I used to be real bad at spilling stuff. I don't spill stuff very often anymore.
Okay.
Still do. Not as much.
Okay.
Anyway,
so
types
Timon
of water.
gets to pick the order because he
Timon's-
probably won last week.
If you, I'm going to guess Timon won 55% Timon, 25% Brad. What was that? And then what, 10% Jake? 20% Jake?
20%
20%
me.
Jake. Yeah.
55, 25, 20. That sounds right.
I think Timon dominated.
All right.
So
Man, I hope so.
yeah.
Hope so. Okay, the order. Let's go with Brad, Jake, Timon.
do it.
Okay.
Brad,
All right.
what's
and
your
this is
choice of
types of water.
type of water?
I don't like having the first pick here, Timon.
You're welcome.
You said Brad, Jake, Timon?
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna go just is ice water too generic?
Like to be consumed? Like is that where you might like drinking
ice water.
I think that's
Just
great.
ice water.
Very
Okay.
fair.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
great.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. Ice water just I mean, it is the most wonderful drink in the entire world when it really boils down to it.
Yeah.
But it's not boiled, it's iced. Ice water.
Opposite of
When it's
boiled.
iced down
Yeah.
to it.
Yes. By the way, this was going to be a really interesting one for Madison to figure out emojis.
Because
It's all water. Yeah.
Just every emoji, just the water droplet emoji.
Yeah.
That's funny. Shout out Madison. Thanks for always doing that. It's
Yeah,
really,
really.
fun. Okay, so ice water is off the table. I'm gonna go next. I'm gonna go with the water in a hot shower.
Okay.
Hot shower
I
water.
wrote down shower water.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't believe we are ever gonna like have crossover. There's just so many types. I didn't even expect to be taking other people's answers. But yeah, I mean it's amazing living in this day and age. Like we get hot water whenever we want it, and you just get to stand in it, and it feels so good.
And it doesn't matter if it's winter or summer, you want a hot shower.
I was gonna say, yeah,
Isn't that amazing?
Winter or summer, once you take your clothes off,
You're cold.
You're slightly cold.
You're ready to have a hot shower.
Yeah, you need to be warm.
Yeah.
Oh, it's good.
Oh, absolutely.
Love hot shower water.
We renovated our bathroom recently, and we got a much bigger thing, like a shower head. And man, it feels awesome.
Good.
Yeah, hot shower. Good answer.
Thanks. Time and 2 in a row.
Let's see. Okay.
Time was like, I didn't know we were doing those kind of waters. You meant like Ricky Waters.
There's types of bottled water.
Waters World.
Okay. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to decide if I should go for like likability or just like uniqueness or just like shock factor.
Shock factor.
No,
go
I
with
don't
shock.
know.
Let's go with
No, I don't know.
horse water.
No, I,
Trough water.
I don't know. Okay. Man. Okay. I'm just gonna go for uniqueness.
I like it.
Unique ability is the word.
Unique and all.
Let's go with
Unique rock. Unique Ragnarok.
maybe. Man, I don't want to turn to just like gross kinds of water. Okay.
It's types of water.
Types of water. Types of water. Just types of water. Toilet water. There's
Okay.
a type of water.
Yeah.
Yeah, Timon.
Hey.
All right. So it was a one and done kind of thing, huh?
Hey, it gives Madison an emoji to use. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I was picking emojis.
Why'd you pick toilet water, Timon?
Because
Let's have you defend your pick here.
Because I'm hoping that all my picks will be just so random
Yeah.
that we'll have no crossover.
Okay, great.
Maybe I'm not going for a win.
He doesn't want to steal anyone's answers.
He's like, I'm trying to be nice to you guys. Toilet water. I mean, listen, if you don't have water in your toilet, it's a bummer.
Yeah,
When
it
I
is
was
helpful.
thinking of these, I wasn't thinking, oh, this is the kind of water I like. No, just what water is there?
Just think in types.
Just
Think of
types.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Types of water.
Okay. Uniqueness.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, it's like when it comes to water types, that is a very unique type. You don't think about that being a type of water.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay.
The dogs love
You're
it.
trying so hard to be nice to me.
People love our positivity, so I'm like, man, that was the dumbest pick I've ever heard, Timon. I can't say that. I'm just kidding. You're doing great, man.
Thank you.
Toilet water, and then of course,
Of course,
sewage.
rainwater.
Oh, I had rain on mine too.
Yeah.
So yeah, probably should have switched those around.
No.
No.
Order doesn't matter.
Hey.
It's compilation,
There you
right?
go. Yeah.
Rainwater's fun.
Yeah, rain's a good pick. I was probably going to choose that soon.
There's summer rain. I wrote specifically summer rain is just something.
Ooh,
Rainwater in the summer.
Tropical, like Bahamas rain from like the time you wake up until like
standing
dinner.
water. Yeah.
Standing water. Yeah. That's my favorite. Okay, Timon, you got toilet water and rain. That's solid. I think next I got to go with
That's solid. He says.
that's solid.
That's solid. Man. Solid pick. Solid pick.
That's really cool. That's really cool. Oh, you chose toilet water. Mine is going to be ocean water.
Meaning,
It's on my list.
The ocean.
Okay. Because there is ocean water.
Oh, sorry. I mean
From Sonic.
The ocean. Yeah, I'm not
Salt
choosing
water or just ocean water? Sorry.
I mean, I think they're part of each other.
Yes, of
ocean
course.
water is salt water.
Yes.
Square is a rectangle kind of thing. But yeah, even I would dare to say the Atlantic Ocean.
What about the Atlantic?
Oh, it's just so much warmer.
Yeah.
You ever swam in Los Angeles?
I've never done anything in Los Angeles. I've gone to
Cruising?
Jeopardy. Yeah. I have.
Not in Jeopardy.
Went to Diddy Reese's. Shout out.
I feel like it's just much colder. A lot of people in California have wetsuits.
I've noticed that.
No
on-
one in
on
Florida
TV.
has a wetsuit.
Okay.
It's so much warmer. The Gulf is warm. The
I'll
East
ask,
Coast.
I'll ask a question, Jake. Are you excited about that water because it's salty or because it's near the ocean? You know what I mean?
Wait, the ocean water near the ocean? What do you mean?
Like, in other words, like I would like that water more if it weren't, if it were like fresh water. Well, not fresh water.
Oh yeah, I don't
if
think
it's
I
not salty.
Yeah, I don't think I like that it is salty.
Okay.
It's kind of a bummer. Like if the
So why would
ocean
you
was-
pick it as your second pick?
the ocean's amazing. Swimming in the ocean, boogie boarding in the ocean,
but not because of the water.
not because of the salt.
Yes, which is part of the salt water.
I didn't choose this because of the salt. I chose it because it's the ocean. It's on a beach. You can swim and vacation in it and
Right.
boogie board.
So
in
it's
it.
the experience. It's not as much the water.
Correct. That's what I'm trying to
Yeah.
say.
I mean, it's types of
Experience.
water, right? Is this a type of water or not? So is the ocean water?
That's what I'm thinking.
I don't know.
That's what I'm thinking for the toilet. It's
Yeah, I was
just a
gonna
random
say.
type of water.
Why am I
okay?
having to defend that it's water? I don't. Who cares why I chose it? It's water. The s'more is types of water.
Great. Great.
Perfect. Good pick.
Solid pick. Okay. My next pick is going to be hose water.
Oh. Yeah.
There's something about it. It's probably the nastiest actual water as far as like it coming, like it shouldn't taste good, but for whatever reason, the experience of drinking from the hose. I don't know.
Yeah.
Growing up, even now, like our kids love hose water. Even though they have like nice purified water inside, hose water hits different.
It does.
And then I'm going to say pool water.
Ooh.
Pool water.
Like
Solid.
There's something just about
a
it.
private swimming pool.
Yeah. Yeah. Or even this public pool. I like the public
Okay.
pool. Just
Some
something.
of those are salt water though. But are you saying like just in general?
Timon, I do not like salt water. No, I'm just kidding. I guess chlorinated pool water is. Catherine has a saltwater pool at her house, I think, and I don't like it as much. But she claims that you can open your eyes in saltwater pools.
Oh.
Whereas you
feels like
can't-
it'd be like you couldn't in either. I don't know.
I open my eyes in chlorine. I'm a hardo, so I don't know what to tell you. Anyway, pool water. Jake, whatever you pick
Solid
next,
picks.
I'm going to say great pick.
Sorry. Now. Oh yeah, hose water swimming pool.
Yeah,
Cool.
pool water.
Next, I'll go with it's kind of adjacent to this, but hot tub.
Okay.
Hot tub water.
Yeah.
I was probably gonna pick swimming pool next, but yeah, hot tubs are great. All my picks are just gonna be warm water. I'm noticing that my first three picks are all just because it's warm. So
Just nice vibes.
hot tub water.
Okay. Hot tub water.
Okay. I'm gonna go with sparkling water.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Good pick.
I had some on accident this past weekend. It was just a bottle of water, and I just
Oh.
took a big drink of it, and I was
That's
like, whoa.
that's kind of a
Oh,
bad surprise.
like-
Yeah, if you don't
Burned
know
it.
it's coming.
Yeah.
Not expecting it. Yeah.
It was weird though. I had never had just plain sparkling water before. It kept messing with my mind because like you're supposed to be experiencing a flavor now.
Yeah, yeah. One time, like a couple of us and our parents were like in Washington D.C. and we ate at a Chipotle, and my mom accidentally like got this
Oh, the soda.
the like soda water,
Uh-huh.
and then it was like just the most horrible. It's like it's even worse when you're not expecting it.
You're
Yeah.
really selling your pick here, Timon.
Oh,
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, yeah, it is weird. Just anytime I accidentally the other day I made hard-boiled eggs and I made peaches for breakfast. I didn't make the peach. I cut the peach. I thought there was a little piece of peach and I went to eat it and it was the little, yellow part of an egg in it. It was not the same. And at first it freaked me out. Like, did I just eat whatever? What did I just eat? And then I realized it was an egg and it wasn't that big of a deal. But you were expecting one thing and just
Yeah.
punches you in the face. But yeah, sparkling water is nice. You put a little bit of fruit in there, little pinch of lime.
yeah.
It's nice.
And hey, for anyone out there that doesn't like sparkling water, it's not. I'm not going for something that everyone likes. It's just a type. It's just a type. Come on, vote for me for variety.
I like it.
Variety,
You're
Um,
campaigning here.
Let's see. Oh man, let's just do. I have in my notes. Water doesn't even look like a word anymore.
There's all everything is water.
See all these. Let's see. River water.
River.
Okay. River's nice.
What's the difference between river water and lake water? I feel like river
I
water
feel like
to
river
me,
water's cleaner. Almost,
Yeah.
because it's running.
lake water just seems like it's like this murky.
Yeah.
River water, yeah, it feels like something you can drink, which probably shouldn't. I don't know.
I think it definitely depends on the size of the river. Like if you look at the Missouri River or Mississippi River, it's gross. It's very brown. Way more
true.
brown than the lake water would be.
Yeah.
Really,
But a small river,
Yeah.
like a nice babbling brook.
yeah, you're up
Interpret it
in.
how you want. Could be
Yeah.
big river, small river.
It's your river.
It's your
Hey,
river.
Your river.
Okay, time.
Imagine whatever river you want to. All right, is this the last one?
Last
We're on
one.
our way back now.
Yeah.
All right, let's see if I can pick something that can make me lose all of this. I'm gonna go with watermelon.
Oh.
92% water.
Wow.
That is a nice, what's the word? not caveat, loophole. I like that.
Yeah.
It's primarily water, I think. I mean, yeah, you've been into a watermelon. There's no way to get all of it in your mouth. It's just got to be dribbling down your chin.
Dang, watermelon.
It's so
good.
juicy. So much
good.
water.
Especially a cold watermelon. Like,
Yeah.
like significantly better if it's cold. Chilled.
Yeah. So the water in a watermelon, which is 92%. Basically a watermelon.
92%. I wonder how much another fruit is. Like how much more water is in a watermelon than a apple or an orange.
Yeah, I don't
what
know. It seems like it has a ton.
It just is so like dense in juice or whatever, water. Yeah. Fun. Okay. I'm also going to try to do one that gets me a little bit of a losing pick.
Okay.
It's just very specific. And Timon, this is, for the homeschoolers out there, just imagine this with me because it's a school thing. There's always at especially elementary school growing up, there was always 2 water fountains. And the shorter water fountain out of those 2 water fountains next to each other always had wonderfully cold water.
Oh.
So mine is my last pick is going to be the short water fountain at school. Like you get done with you get done with PE and everyone's like in the line and everyone's like I'm going to get the tall water. Like I know better.
I don't mind.
The short one for whatever reason is borderline freezing. And it tastes so good.
That is a good memory. Just like knowing certain water fountains at school. Like, oh, those are good. Those are cold.
Right.
There's a good stream.
Yes, that stream is also a big deal for
Yeah.
that. But there's something, and maybe it's not the short one for you, but you guys know what I'm talking about. There's
Like a
one
good-
specific water fountain, and when it's the good water out of that water fountain, it is nice. So, okay, let me read these back. We got Brad said ice water, hose water, pool water, short water fountain at school. Jake said hot shower water, ocean water, hot tub water, watermelon. Timon said toilet water, rainwater, sparkling water, river water. Fun. What
Types of water.
I don't know how these are going to be even voted for. Like,
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. It's like very up in the air. Like, what are you
yeah.
considering here?
I put bottled water, water like out of a cooler, like a little jug. You got to like put a cup underneath.
I wrote down melted ice water in a cooler that goes around at camp when you're hot and gives you water.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Like
Good.
Like those big tubs. Yeah.
It was really nice. I put sauna, just a sauna.
Sauna doesn't have water.
I feel like it's just in the air.
Steam. That's a steam room.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hey, steam is water, kind of.
Okay. Steam room. Glad I didn't pick it.
Saunas aren't steam rooms is what I'm trying to educate you
Oh,
on time.
okay.
Saunas are dry heat.
Oh, really? I pictured a sauna.
I've been in a
feel like a
sauna.
sauna-
It feels,
You
Maybe it's
sweat.
maybe it's just all
you,
the sweat.
You produce water.
but it's not humid in there.
I totally thought it was humid in there.
I don't think it's humid. I don't know. It's hot. I don't think it's humid though. There's a steam room where it's like literally like
That's
you
wet.
can't see through it. Is that what you're imagining?
I've never been in a steam room. I've only been in a sauna.
I love them both. Love getting hot.
I wrote down, honestly, I almost picked this first and then I didn't even pick it at all. Just a waterfall.
Oh, that's a great one.
Just like a Hawaiian waterfall.
Beautiful
I
water.
love waterfalls.
Yeah.
Probably should have chosen a water bed.
do
Those are fun. It's a type of
you
water.
think that's ever gonna like make a comeback?
Probably not. Well, I mean, everything's cyclical in a way.
I
mean,
know
every
that's what I'm saying.
trend- yeah.
Eventually, people are gonna be like there's gonna be some doctor out
Someone's
there.
going to do it right.
It's like, you know what? Like your back is like broken because you're not sleeping on a water bed. And it has to be this one type of water or something.
Yeah, that'd be cool. And then I just had well water. Those are
You
my
love
honorable
your well
mentions.
water.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
nice.
I had like Fiji water, specifically like the water bottled like Fiji
I wrote
brand.
Fiji water. Slaps different.
Lake water.
I put lake water ? I was like, I don't know if it's really, but then again, kind of like what Jake was saying about the ocean is like the experience adjacent to the lake water makes it enjoyable.
And again, I'm not going for enjoyable. I'm trying to stress that because I'm
types.
so desperate.
I still don't
tight.
really
I'm
understand
so
what you're going for
desperate.
then if you're not.
After,
You're just making a list. You just make a list of types.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm trying to think. I had water that was salt water, but the salt's been evaporated. Just like
Yeah,
just
yeah,
like
yeah.
the randomest things.
Okay.
Boiling water, hot water, lukewarm water, cold water.
Just putting
Just
adjectives in front of it.
different temperatures of water.
Like semi-lukewarm water, semi-cold water,
48-degree water.
tepid water. Yeah. Speaking of in those realms, I did put ice. I mean, that's the type of water, right? It's
Yeah.
frozen water.
Yeah.
I love cold things, and cold things get produced by ice. I also put snow, ? Is that water? I mean, if ice is water, I think snow
Yeah, I guess so. Bridge over troubled.
water.
Yeah.
I put puddles. Who doesn't love a good
Yeah,
puddle?
it's a good type of water.
Like especially as a kid, like watching my kids in the rain. It's so fun watching them in their big old rain boots. Just running over it and running into the puddles and stuff.
Puddles are good. Timon was really set on like it had to have water in the name. So
This one is like the water that comes. Imagine like you're playing in a baseball tournament and you have one of those large. I put large cylindrical bottle waters, like the plastic like thermos looking waters.
yeah, a little straw.
I mean, yeah, no, not a straw. Like, well, yeah, it like kind of pops up.
Yeah.
One of those. I don't know why, but and it always felt like there was like a air bubble in your water when you're drinking it. Like,
Yeah, sometimes you put your finger over the little hole.
yeah, oh yeah, exactly. And I put flavored water, and I put water from the trough at football practice. Did you guys have a trough?
We did not have a trough.
Like it was like this, like it was like a PVC pipe, and it was like it spouted off like we call it a trough. I guess it wasn't.
Yeah,
yeah, I think that's what we call it though. And just water in general when you're just absolutely gassed
When you need
in
it.
sports. Yeah, it's just really great. So types of water, vote for us, guys. Great,
cool.
That's the s'mores, baby.
That'll be a fun one. Timon's back.
Speaking of water, I'm sure water goes into QP goat soaps.
There's no way it's completely rid of water.
Right. And if it is, that makes it even more high quality. Maybe, I don't know.
No,
All
they're
I
great.
know is that they are great. Yes.
I got home from the weekend and you had dropped off just a bottle of soap and I was so fired up.
Really?
I'm so excited.
Yeah, dude.
I love their stuff. I love it.
Yeah. QP Goat Soaps, if you don't know, it's run by Quinn Pittman. He's a 16-year-old kid. He started it when he was 9. And he's just the man. It's a family business run with Quinn along with his mom, dad, and sister Grace. And there's a solid Christian family who makes really good soap from goat's milk. Yeah, they make all sorts of soaps, whether it's hand soap, body soap, shampoo, which is one thing we're like, it's
what I've been
amazing
loving.
that we're into it. My shampoo bar is almost gone. I'm about to have a new shampoo bar, and it's coconut, and I'm excited about it.
Oh yeah, because you're rubbing straight on your head.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, you're
boom, boom,
using
boom, boom,
so
boom.
much of it.
And I'm showering like 2-3 times a day these days. Summertime and
Really?
Oh, I'm going to the gym, but I'll often shower in the morning before the gym.
Okay, cool.
Whatever, I don't know. Yeah, and so I've just really been loving the QP Goat soaps.
Do you shampoo pretty often?
Every time,
Every shower?
every time
You'll shampoo your hair 3 times a day sometimes.
with QP Goat soap, I will. Wow. Oh yeah,
No wonder you're almost out of shampoo.
Oh, yeah.
That's wild.
I know, man. I love it. Oh yeah. I mean, I sweat like crazy. I'm showering because I'm gross.
You're dirty.
Yeah. And so, but I do think I've noticed, like, I think you're a big fan of like, don't shampoo too often because
Yeah.
it keeps the oil in your hair. I've noticed that with QP Goat soaps, it has a good balance of like, when you shampoo, normally you need conditioner on top of it because the conditioner helps oil the hair. Now with QP Goat soaps, I think it does both.
A little more natural.
Yeah. So let me just read off a few different fragrances for you, Jacob. We got new fragrances like Wild Rose and Florida Peach. We got seasonal scents. In fall, we can do pumpkin spice, frankincense and myrrh for Christmas, etc. They are centered out of Florida, so they have Florida-centric scents like Florida Orange Grove, Cedarwood Lime. Cedarwood Lime is nice. That's what we have in the kids' bathroom, and I use it to wash my hands. And there's one time I went to their bathroom just to wash with cedarwood lime. It smells so good. And then they have old favorites. They got lavender, love spell, lemongrass, and perhaps the largest selection of men's fragrances of any hand soap maker, as well as a ton of ladies' favorites. So check them out. It's qpgoatsoap.com. We've already got a lot of people ordering from them, and we want to see even more support of them. So they're just a solid family. qpgoatsoap.com. They do have a promo code, Jacob.
It's GRKC for
Holy
10% off all your soapy little orders. And it's just creamy, soft, just like rich soap.
All your soapy little orders.
If those adjectives don't get you going for soap,
Yeah.
then
I
maybe-
want y'all to order it, take a picture of it, put it on the Facebook group, and just put hashtag Goatsy. Okay?
I'm a goatsy now.
I'm a Goatsy. Anyway, check them out, qpgoatsoap.com.
Cool. We're going to do another segment. We've done it once before, I believe, called Lifechangers.
Yes.
A person, place, and thing, big or small, that have in some way changed your life.
Yes.
Brad, start us off.
I'm going to go with a big person. No, I'm just kidding. My person is my friend Alan Tigner. Alan Tigner, I believe you have connections to him. Did he interview you?
I met him. I've talked to him one time in 2011. He interviewed me to work at Kanakuk.
Which life changer maybe for both of us.
Yeah, I guess
in a crazy, small world. So Alan is, I don't know, 3 or 4 years older than me, maybe even more than that. I don't know, but he was a veteran guy when I was my first year at camp, and he was on programs. Programs, if you don't know, camp lingo is the upfront guys, the guys on stage that run all the parties, that do all the fun events. That's what Jake and I eventually became at our separate Kanakuk camps. And I remember, I don't know. First of all, camp, just in general, they really encourage you as far as like people will laugh at you. I don't know. People are like very positive at camp. I think at first when I got there, I think I was a little bit like intimidated, like, oh man, it's going to be a competition of like, am I funnier? Or am I more entertaining or more excitable than this person? And like, it's not like that. At least at our camp, it was like very supportive of each other. Everyone was like laughing at each other. It wasn't like a, whatever. Contest kind of thing. And Alan Tigner is one of the funniest people I've ever met. And I remember he specifically, there was one time they do these things whenever kids first come to camp where, they bring them up on the stage on the platform and they announce what barn they're going to, what cabin. And, they try to keep it original for every single one. I'm sure you did that.
I loved it. Yeah.
It's really fun. And usually it's a program's job / leadership job to do it. And it can be kind of grueling because it's like you're introducing 300, 400 kids and you're trying to do it original every time.
Yeah.
And so it's a really big, like
Quite the exercise.
Yeah, exercise of creativity and stuff. And so every once in a while, I would just I'd yell to him like, you should say this.
Uh-huh.
And I just remember he looked at me laughing and he's just like, I give it 1 to 2 years before you take my job.
Oh, really?
And I remember thinking like, and of course, like I felt encouraged before that at Kanakuk, and like I felt like people did think I was funny. And I've always been kind of a goofy guy, but I think that Kanakuk really opened up those avenues for me as far as like expounding on my creativity and being a little more, funny, intentionally funny. And I think Alan Tigner specifically was like the guy that enforced that in me because I thought he was so funny. And if he thinks I'm funny,
cool.
I have some, potential here. So shout out to Alan. He's the man. Still lives in Branson now. And yeah, he's one of my favorite dudes. So he believed in me. And
that's pretty cool.
Yeah. And because of that, I think a lot of what I'm doing now is because of him. So
that's sweet. Yeah, camp. Everyone seems so fun and so funny. It's like, why did they choose me to do this?
Right.
Everyone here could do this job, I feel like.
Yeah. Alan's he did a Tony Wonder character. He was like the villain one year. He didn't even work.
Is that heavyweights, right?
No, it's Ben Stiller. It's Arrested Development. It's like the guy from.
Oh, really?
He's like the magician on Arrested Development.
Gotcha. Yeah, I knew it was Ben Stiller.
Tony Perkis, I think, is heavyweights.
Gotcha.
And he's got a goatee in the shape of a W. Yeah. And so he wasn't even working at camp that year. It was when I was my second year on programs, but he would come to camp and like had learned all these magic tricks, and he was like became the villain and like eventually like made camp disappear. That was like his big thing. But he would like learn all these magic tricks, come in. He had the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire like theme song coming when he would walk in, get everyone clapping with him. He had this W and this, these sunglasses. He was just so funny, dude. One of the best character people I ever know. And I mean, just, a motivator and a mentor of mine in a lot of ways. So shout out to Alan.
Tony Wonder.
Yeah.
That's really fun.
Who's your person?
My person is going to be Joel Harney.
Oh,
and not
good answer.
Has nothing to do with the fact that he officiated my wedding. I don't know how well known this is, but Joel, Garrett Gibson's brother-in-law. We somewhat knew each other back in the day, kind of through Garrett. I think Joel and I were Facebook friends. Joel randomly from the same high school as Alex Dimchek. It's kind of random. But anyway, just a lot of coincidences here. Yeah, did you know that? They went to the same like little 2A high school together.
What's their age? Or were they like in?
Probably like 2 years apart or something like that.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yo, that's crazy.
I have 2 people that were in my wedding and went to the same tiny Illinois high school for some reason and know them very differently.
Yeah.
Anyway, Joel goes off and moves to Dallas with his wife. Shortly after, he starts going to the same church as old Juggling Josh down there. Meanwhile, I'm in Kansas City. I'm working with Catherine, Peter, doing K-Life, making all these just fun videos on the side. Well, a couple of them, I guess are funny and get some attention from people, whatever. I'm just truly just doing it for fun. Joel is either a mutual friend of mine or maybe just like a friend of just Garrett's and is seeing my stuff. And at some point, I guess, shows it to Josh Horton. It's like, hey, you should I kind of know this guy. You should he's making these videos. And so because of Joel, Josh initially hit me up And that's what led to all that. And that's what that was my connection to Juggling Josh. And
I don't think I realized. I always thought the story was that you just cold contacted Juggling Josh.
No, he hit me up, but it was because Joel was like this mutual friend of ours.
Wow.
Like just so random that all those things connected and that they met each other. And anyway, so that's what led me down this whole path. Like who knows when I was getting done with my time at K-Life, I have a note in my phone somewhere about all the things I thought I might do.
Yeah, you just brainstormed.
And one of them was like, take the LSAT. I mean, who knows where I would have ended up. Yeah, I was going to like maybe do law school and use this like left brain of mine that way. And now it just like went a completely different direction. So shout out Joel for making the introduction, get me plugged in with YouTube and Juggling Josh and all that. And so really turned my life a different direction.
And you guys lived, like, he
eventually moved in with us.
Yeah.
So yeah, we were roommates for like 5 months or so.
That's so cool. I remember you talking about him. You called him your Dallas Brad.
Yeah, he knew the office really well.
Yeah. That's fun, man. And now he's pastoring a church in Fort Scott, Kansas.
Yeah, he's around here.
He's the man. That's cool. Timon? Just kidding. I didn't. Timon loves being put on the spot. Okay. And then we got a place. Yes. My place is going to be Chick-fil-A Mission.
Oh, yeah. Fun spot.
Yeah. I think so much of our infancy as a podcast.
Yeah.
And just honestly, like as us like growing closer as friends happened at Chick-fil-A Mission. That's Mission is the city in Kansas where the Chick-fil-A is. Sorry, it's not like some like deeper like
Mission.
We went on a mission trip with Chick-fil-A.
It's just a store where Domi worked.
Yeah, Domi worked there. Mr. James hooked it up. I mean,
Yeah.
we got thousands of dollars probably worth of free.
It was
Chick-fil-A.
pretty cool.
And yeah, we just felt like kings. We would hang out there 3 days a week probably, and just
A lot.
I mean, spend hours there. Probably the only people I've ever seen work at a Chick-fil-A. And it was awesome. And I think I remember when we first started our Instagram account, it was at Chick-fil-A Mission.
Yeah.
I remember, I don't
Finding
know.
Kirsty's, Ghostrunners on Second. We were doing that there. Like,
Yeah.
Who made this?
Who is this? Yeah. I mean, just so many initial brainstorming thoughts. A lot of times we would eat lunch there before we would podcast, and we'd talk about the podcast a little bit. And we've tried to, hang out at other places. We went to IHOP one time and I got food poisoning there. And tried to talk about podcast stuff. So only Chick-fil-A Mission is, where we find, ultimate success. Even after Brian Bleeding Buffini, we went to Chick-fil-A Mission.
That's true. I got to celebrate there.
We're like, dude, we gotta unpack that conversation. Let's go to Chick-fil-A Mission and talk
Bleeding
about this.
Brian.
And of course, yeah, Domi and all the rest of the staff there. But yeah, just a great time. Chick-fil-A Mission.
Fun. That's a good pick.
Yep.
Good thought. Before I tell you my next one, I'm going to tell you that everything in the Change Your Life has been amazing.
It's been amazing.
And yet still, I am trying to be amazing in the present tense.
Beam.
And Beam, Be Amazing.
Be amazing.
Is back. They are actually back.
Yes.
Nature Roasters never left.
Right.
Beam also kind of never left. But
they were like, hey, we're done with our contract. We'd like to do another contract with you.
So in a way,
They left and came right back.
they're back. They came right back.
It's like they left out the front door, came around the back.
Forgot something.
Yeah. Oh,
It's
just a second.
another contract. So we're back.
Yes.
But yeah, I know you've been using their stuff.
Yeah, just got some more berry in the mail. It's nice. They're coming out with a pina colada, super greens, and yeah, just really, really good stuff. There's no way to start your day with Beam and not feel good about yourself.
Feel amazing even.
Yes, like Jake the other day woke up at 9:15 when he was supposed to be ready to podcast at 9, and if he would have had super greens right away, wouldn't have even been able to tell.
I wish I had some sort of apparatus in my house where I just dump them in my open mouth just as soon as I wake up. That's how I wake up.
We'll work on it. Beam, if you're listening to this, send us the prototype. We know you guys have been messing with it. So,
But that's the thing is with Beam, there is a way to have 28 fruits and vegetables dumped in your mouth all at once.
Mm-hmm.
They could do that.
with water.
Yeah. Which
Mix it with water.
Talks about types of water.
Yeah.
How about Beam mixed in water?
Beam mixed water.
Beam mixed.
Beam be amazing.
How about boosted immunity Beam water? How about reduced bloating Beam water?
Oh.
How about improved digestive health Beam water? How about increased energy levels Beam water?
yeah, baby.
Time to replace toilet water.
yeah. Switch that one out.
Yes.
Anyway, yeah, we're just so happy to have them back because you guys have been supporting them so well that they wanted to come back from Mo.
We want some Mo. We want some mo.
Keep doing it. There's a reason that people are supporting them so much.
The crazy thing, I'm reading the notes here from that Beam sent us. The first ingredient in Beam is broccoli.
Yeah.
You would never know.
Doesn't taste like
you
it.
would never know. I mean, this is great for you, for your kids, for whoever's in your life that you're like, hey, I need them to get more fruits and vegetables in their life. They got broccoli and kale as their first two ingredients. And you would think, oh, the first two ingredients are juice. Like juice and more juice.
Yeah, I'd say like mango, passion fruit.
Just nice stuff.
That is a good call. The kids angle. What a way to get vegetables in your kids.
Well, I did that the other day with my kids. I gave them both a half of a serving of Beam, and Bo dominated it. Hattie dominated. I mean, Hattie was a little more ladylike about drinking hers.
Yeah, of
Bo
course.
just downed it and said, you know, classic like 3-year-old, like chugging it and then just going, can I have some more? I'm like, sorry, buddy, not this day, but next day.
I saw Hattie drink it one time and I was like, Hattie, what do you think? And she was like, GRKC for 10% off? And I was like, that's right. That's right. I was like, what's the website? And she's like, youcanbeam.com.
You can Beam, spelled Y-O-U. Yeah.
Yeah.
So check 'em out.
It was
Yeah.
nice of them to say that. Nice of Beam to be back with us.
Yes. It's just, I love all our sponsors because if you like combine all of our sponsors into one day, you're going to feel real good about your day.
You're going to be pretty healthy. You're going to look good. You're going
yeah.
to feel good.
You're going to be buzzing. You're going to be fashionable.
Yeah.
You're going to be beamed up.
You're going to be warm.
You're going to be warm. You're going to have a lot of protein in you.
Yeah.
It'll be and you're going to be clean.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nice. So
It's nice. It's fun. All right. My life changer for place, I got to go with Topgolf.
I
Initially,
would
you're probably
say
thinking,
brother.
Rachel, great. Yes.
No?
Well, yes, that is there.
Okay.
Everyone knows of that, of course. Like, that's where the introduction was made to Topgolf Rachel, which is really cool. But also, just thinking back to what got me into golf was Topgolf Tuesdays.
Yeah.
And we were going quite a bit. Isaac and I would start going quite a bit on Tuesdays. And I was like, this is pretty fun. And I just remember him being like, I think I'm going to buy a set of clubs. I was like, dude, what? This is just like this Topgolf. We do this like once every other week. I'm not going to buy clubs. And then he bought a set of clubs, and I was like, all right, maybe
Like,
I
bomb
should too.
tanks look pretty good.
Father's Day sale. So coming up on like the 2-year anniversary of golf, and it's just cool to see, wow, I have a golf brand now. Wow, I have all these sponsors. I have all these,
Yeah.
It's crazy. 2 years ago, I didn't even own clubs.
that is
So
crazy.
shout out Topgolf for kind of being the catalyst to get me obsessed with golf.
It is kind of the gateway into golf for people
Gateway's a good word.
who are just like casual golf or casual
Yes.
people. Like, I don't think I would have ever. I went one time to a driving range with my friend in college, and I was so bad at golf that I was like, I'm never going to do
Why
this
would I do this again?
Yeah. But Top Golf, it's just fun even if you're really, really bad at golf.
Yeah.
And so
Still a
then-
good atmosphere, good food.
Yeah. And then every once in a while you hit one pretty good one. You're like, well, I got to do that again.
I'll come back for that.
Right. So absolutely. That's a good
It's
word.
a life changer.
Man, Top Golf's fun.
Yeah.
And on Tuesdays, it's really affordable.
75% off before noon.
Yeah.
We're not sponsored by them. It's just pretty crazy.
No, we are sponsored by Roback though, Ghost20,
Oh,
roback.com.
yeah. Go to Topgolf in your Roback gear. You'll turn some heads.
I would say so, brother. Okay, and then last we got Thing. Let's see. My thing is going to be a blast from the past. High school is the video iPod.
Oh,
The video iPod came out right when I got my driver's license. Like right when I was learning how to drive, I got a video iPod. I bought a refurbished one. I was about to go and get a Dell Zune and decided, you know what? I think I can afford a refurbished video iPod.
Yeah, refurbished. Way to go.
Yeah, I was not planning on it, and I was like, I can get this thing. And my gosh, that little tiny screen, the definition had never looked so good for The Office. And I remember, like, that's when I got into The Office. That's when I was really like, I remember there was one specific time. I don't even know why I was waiting in the parking lot because I think I was getting Little Caesars, which Little Caesars has the hot and ready $5 pizzas.
Yeah.
So there's no reason to wait in the parking lot. But I remember watching, I don't know, for whatever reason, I was in that parking lot around there and I was watching.
I was in the parking lot of Scooter's Coffee.
I was watching an episode of The Office on my video iPod in my 1988 Honda Accord.
Fun.
And it was nirvana. I mean, just something about it. And from there, I became obsessed with The Office, loved The Office, and developed probably some of my humor from some of the jokes they have. And all because of the video iPod coming out.
That's cool. It's a good life changer.
Yeah. And I mean, I took so much pride. I think I still have my video iPod. I took so much pride in the music I had on there. Like I had, a
Nirvana.
variety. Oh, of course. Yeah. I had a variety of stuff, and it was like, no matter who got in my car, I was like, we'll find something.
Oh,
you
you'll like it.
Yeah. And I was like very proud of like introducing people to new like upcoming people or something like that. Yeah.
What a blast from the past. Just thinking about iPod culture. Just like I was familiar with mine. I had a little Nano, but I didn't have that much music on there. And then you get other people's and you're scrolling that wheel. It's like, this is crazy. You have so many artists on here.
I mean, yeah, because it held so many songs, like an unbelievable amount of songs. You could never imagine. And now, of course, with Spotify, it's like, it's just
I don't need to own it. I just have
blows
access.
my mind. Yeah. But anyway.
The iPod was crazy. The scroll wheel, what a just genius piece of technology. That was
Scroll
awesome.
wheel was great. I had the tape adapter for my car. So
yeah.
you put it in the tape slot and
Dude, I used that thing for,
Yeah.
I mean, until I was 28 years old. I think.
way better than like a Bluetooth, like sound wise.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
shout out.
Well, kind of speaking of that, mine is also car themed, car based. My thing, life changer, I'm going to go with a backup camera.
Yeah.
Like you put it in reverse. Like, I mean, yeah, until I was 28 or 29, I'd never had one of these before. Now that I have it, it's so awesome. It's so convenient.
It just takes all the guesswork out.
Yeah, you just know what you're up to. Parallel parking, even just reversing. I have to reverse a lot in my driveway now. So nice. You can do it with confidence, you know?
Yeah. Does yours beep? Yeah, yours beeps.
Yeah, it's got some beeps.
You know, some people's don't beep. They don't.
Like
And it-
they're like the sensor doesn't like kind of give you like
just
feedback.
visual. Yeah.
That's scary.
That's my parents' Camry is like that. And I'm like, that's ridiculous.
They have it in some sort of silent mode or something?
I don't know. I should look into it for it because it needs to beep. Like that was like a non-negotiable for me when we bought the van. I was like, that thing better beep.
It needs to warn me if
Yeah.
I'm close.
100%. And I do remember one time my sister drives a truck and her truck beeps and she still ran into something.
Okay.
But I love the backup camera because it'll beep. And then, you know, when you're really close, it'll just have a consistent beep.
Like,
beep, beep,
okay.
beep.
You got to stop now.
And Catherine can't get over, like, she hates that I let it get to the long beep. I'm like,
watch out.
That's the point of these things, is that you can do that. Like, and we have on the front and the back,
Yeah.
the sensors. It's a little bit different than the camera itself, but I love it, man.
Sensors are nice. I especially like any backup camera to where like if your wheels are turned, it will give you an idea of like where your car will go at that like turn
Right.
level.
Do you have like the green, the yellow, and the red kind of thing? Like,
I don't have that. I've been in rental cars that have that.
Yeah, that's what the
That's
van
not bad
has.
either. But yeah, I like it. Like as you turn the wheel, you see like your path change too.
dude, I bet yours, do you have like the bird's eye view one?
No, I don't. I would love that.
That one's I don't even understand how that works.
I don't understand it either. It's like there's
I'm
a
not
drone
smart
above
enough.
me.
Yeah. I'm like,
How did I get this?
there's no way. How'd you do that?
Yeah, they just piece together all the cameras, I guess. I don't know, but yeah, I don't have it. Rachel's car kind of has it.
Really?
Just like do this all the
Yeah,
time.
I was gonna
It's
say
so cool.
Ford is what does it usually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had a rental car that did it, and I wanted to drive like that permanently.
Yeah, you're like looking up like where are you?
I'm waving.
Yeah. So
Dude, San Francisco has a lot of taxis and you could take with no one in the car.
like self-driving.
Completely self-driving.
Did you do it?
We got behind one because it was causing a ruckus. It was just like, I think they're very cautious, and it was just like, like a 30-degree angle in the street, just trying to figure out where to go next. So they're by no means perfect.
Where? What do you mean 30-degree angle?
Like kind of in the lane, just like wasn't quite parallel with the road lines. It was like kind of just like
What?
cockeyed. I don't know if it thought about switching lanes and then got nervous and just kind of got stuck.
Does it happen a lot where it gets in wrecks?
I don't know, but yeah, probably.
Because that would be, one wreck in one of those things. I'm like, I'm not doing that ever again.
Yeah, just like, what do you do? Like, okay, this thing wrecked me. How do I get their insurance? What do I do now? It hit me.
Yeah, right.
But it was kind of cool to see. Just like no one in the driver's seat.
Was there somebody in the back? Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Would you do it, Timon?
I probably would.
Yeah.
I feel like I'd try it out. It'd be
Like
fun.
we were talking before this episode or last episode about being an early adopter and how I think Jake's an early adopter. I bet you're a little bit of an early adopter too.
I'd say
Like
kinda.
you need to
Yeah.
try this voice audio thing from Adobe AI. That's Timon's big viral thing. That's early adopter. I bet you were an early adopter to that.
Yeah,
That is pretty cool. You have a video with 1 million views out there.
it is cool.
Just you in your room.
Yeah, it's too bad I'm like have like this fake exaggerated personality in it, but it's like it's still
Oh,
fun.
that
It's
was
still
not
fun.
fake. That was just like upbeat, just energetic.
Yeah.
The first time I met you, you were like, you need to hire me to be Ghostrunners editor.
Yeah, it is cool to think like. Yeah, and
How
it's
did-
got like a lot of likes too. It's like people didn't just like see it and scroll. It's like,
Yeah, they
Sure.
enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should make more.
yeah.
How did that happen? Like, was it overnight success, or was it like you just because it's always so fun when you go back to the app and you're like,
Oh my gosh.
whoa,
yeah.
this one did really well.
Yeah, it wasn't overnight. It was probably like a few days. I feel like then it like picked up, and then it was just like suddenly like whoa.
Yeah.
What notifications do you have on for Instagram? Like
I'm not
enough to
sure.
where you're aware when something is going viral?
I think so.
yeah.
Yeah.
And see, I don't. I like
That's
turn
kind of
off
what with
all-
Jean Shorts, we don't see anything.
Yeah.
Like I don't ever see any comments or anything unless I like intentionally like will go and look for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like either way, you get like when you open Instagram, like up in the
You
corner.
see-
you
yeah,
see
yeah.
everything,
Like,
and
oh,
that's
it's-
just like fun when it's like
Not normally like that.
yeah.
Right.
It's good
Yeah,
dopamine.
dude. Yeah, it is. It really is. It's like I hate that it is, but it's like, man, that's fun.
Dude, you know what was like a weird moment for me is at this nice, I told you on Monday's episode, this nice steakhouse we went to, the menus were like kind of like an iPad screen. Like, I'm going to make a lot of comparisons here. It was also kind of like a refrigerator door. Like if you barely opened the menu, it was like a book style.
Okay.
If you barely open the menu, no light yet. Like
Oh,
could still
yeah,
kinda
yeah,
see
it's
it.
got a sense- like
and
a-
then once you open it up all the way, it would illuminate. And it was really cool. Which Trey was like, my parents would love this. They're always like get their phone flashlight.
really?
And I was like, I can't read the menu. And so this would like light you up. And it was very bright. And right away, I mean, I'm at a steakhouse and I'm allergic to red meat. So pretty quickly I know I'm ordering the salmon. But I found myself subconsciously like just continuing to stare at it. I was like, I think because it's a screen. It's like a blue light screen that I'm used to enjoying.
Interesting.
And I just kept looking at things. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm like addicted, I think. It was this weird moment where it's like my brain, my eyes are drawn to screens like this.
Really?
Even though why would I ever look at a menu that long?
That's interesting.
Yeah, it was weird.
Have you ever? I have. This is not the same thing, but like, yeah, I am often like, man, maybe it's because I'm used to blue light screens and the menus are just pieces of paper and I don't read that often. And like, but it's like, I have a hard time even focusing on my menu. But for whatever reason, I always look at Catherine's menu when she's sitting next to me like it's a different menu than mine.
Oh, interesting.
Like I'm always like, what are you gonna get? You know, and I'm like,
see
oh,
what-
it's interesting over there. And it's like I had the exact same thing right in my hand.
You just compared notes.
I watched some video kind of recently about like talking about the psychology of a menu and like where they put stuff
Oh, really?
in order to like make you want to buy those things. Because there's certain things that are higher margin than others, you know, and so they like, I wonder if on a digital menu, obviously they can like switch it up. I thought you were going to say this digital menu, you could filter out like, I'm allergic to red meat.
Oh, that would
be fun.
And that's the thing is, it wasn't quite digital. It felt like more like a Kindle. Like it's all set in place. There's no
Right.
touch screen aspect to
Right.
it, but it's just a light. But that would be really fun.
Yeah.
It's like personalized to you. Like when you make reservations, you kind of put some info in.
Yeah.
Like here's your menu.
Yeah.
We've highlighted some
Okay.
things.
Yeah. It's kind of like when you like have a big group party and you're like giving back credit cards. You're like, okay, Jacob. And you like give him that menu.
Yeah.
You're like, that's me.
Here's your menu.
You open it up and it's funny. It's like catered to you.
Ha ha,
you know?
hee hee,
And
chicken
then there's
jokes.
timing and it's like overly characteristic because he's like
Over-exaggerated.
Yeah, really into that.
Hey, drinks. Can I recommend the toilet water?
Yeah, we have a great toilet water.
We have an aged
Yeah.
toilet.
What's the toilet water like here?
Anyway, okay, is that a red?
Okay, yeah, right. What year? Okay, yeah, that's funny.
Fun. Well, fun life changers. Let's wrap it up with our comment of the week. Mine's going to come from an episode or two ago. Someone said, Shannon, comment on our YouTube video of the podcast, said, based on your experience and the size of the Sandals Corporation, I would email them, describe your experience, and ask for a credit back on the total cost of your stay.
Come on, Shannon.
Shannon, that gets me fired up.
Come on.
That's going to take a while, but if you think there's a chance, Shannon, if you believe in me, I will try it. Can you imagine?
Do you believe in me?
Getting all that refunded? Then we could actually go on another one. Oh, that'd be fun.
That'd be fun.
Shannon, I hope you didn't just butter my biscuit for no reason. How fun would it? There's no way to give me a full refund, but I'm going to try.
I would use that clout. I'd go clout hard.
Oh, no, I'm not going to do that.
You should.
Okay.
I would.
What do I say?
I say I have a podcast and I dogged you to everybody, so they're not going to go to your sandals anymore. But I bet if you give me a discount and we go again, maybe I'll talk good about you.
Okay.
Clouded. You've been #clouded.
It's raining those clouds.
I don't know.
Water.
I would say something about it. Caroline Summers posted on the Facebook group 19 hours ago. Also, somebody else posted a really cool thing, but this is the one that I'm going to choose. She said, I absolutely love this this week's episodes. I love listening to podcasts, and Ghostrunners and Correct Opinions are the only ones I listen to that aren't faith-based. They may not technically be classified as faith-based, but I was so encouraged this week as Catherine was on the pod, and then Peter, Gunnar, and Harrison. Catherine's such a Christ-like example to me and has given me an idea of what I want to be like as a mom and wife one day. She loves her family so well and is so fun, and Brad's friendships with those guys in the episode was just so encouraging to see, with Jesus at the center of their relationships. Plus, they're hilarious. They are hilarious. Ghostrunners is not anywhere close to the same without Jake. Amen. And I miss seeing him, but this was pretty cool. Thank y'all, Brad and Jake, for not shying away from talking about your faith and how it affects each part of your life, and for living in a way that even when you're not directly talking about it, you can see Christ in you just by how you act and what you choose to say. Y'all encourage me every week. Caroline Summers, that was awesome. So fun.
Thanks, Caroline.
Yeah, and I'm trying to try that out, find that other one too. But I mean, something along those same lines. There was an anonymous post, but it was like, these guys on this podcast are encouraging me to be, to prioritize my faith in my family more. And I'm like, wow. Like if that's the only thing we've ever given to anybody from our podcast, holy cow, praise God. That's
cool.
Yeah, so cool. So, and then not only that, but there were 33 comments below that of like different way. Like that to me is like, so that gives me chills, like thinking about the community of people that are, getting together because of Jake and I talking about water. So it's just wild, man. So anyway, always thankful for the fans, always thankful for you guys listening, your support in every way. It's just cool to see what's going on through the podcast.
It's fun. Another good week of sods. Thank you guys for listening. Timon, good to have you back. Timon's wearing a hat that just says Chick-fil-A sauce on it. Pretty cool.
It's awesome.
It is awesome.
And Brad's got his row back on again, so go check it out. Ghost 20, get 20% off your first order.
Shout out Timon. I want to give a Timon shout out to you. You're just the man. Thanks for being awesome, Timon.
Thank you.
It's fun having you here. You bring a new energy and a fun energy. So
like an over exaggerated energy. It's awesome.
You need to listen to Ghostrunners.
That's why you need
Yeah, make some videos about us and get 1 million views, please.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, really. Do some more editing for us, please. All right, you guys have a great week. Have a win on Wednesday.
Yeah.
And on Thursday. And on
This
Friday.
is this weekend coming up, my first weekend since before the bachelor party that I'll be in Kansas City.
That's wild.
So it's been like, I don't know how long it is, 10, 11 weeks. I haven't counted, but yeah, finally going to be in Kansas City for a weekend.
You're like, what do I do?
Church.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm doing that.
I'm
Sabbath. Excited.
Good. It's great, man.
Hope you guys have a good week and weekend as well. See you guys next Monday.
Yes. Love you guys. See ya.
Bye.
Timon?
Ghostrunners Podcast.
Everybody.